This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Verdon. This is Digital Sportscentre. After free agent frenzy began to cool down, yesterday we took a look at how the Canadian NHL teams did. But we don't want to leave the teams south of the border out. So today and tomorrow we're going to be looking at the biggest winners and losers of NHL free agency. Let's start with the winners, and where else can we look other than Vegas? As after a sign and trade with the Leafs, Mitch Marner is a golden knight. Well, we probably don't need to convince you that adding a player of Marner's caliber is a big deal. We will point you to one stat, and that's the fact that in their franchise history, the Golden Knights have had just one player ever surpass the 80-point mark in a single season. And now they're adding a guy that has done it 5 times in 9 years. Considering how good Vegas has been without a top scorer like Marner, adding him into the mix easily makes them one of the top cup contenders. And speaking of cup contenders, how about the reigning champion Florida Panthers, who somehow, someway signed all 3 of their free agents? When Bill Zito said he thought the Panthers could retain all 3 of Ekblad, Marchand, and Bennett, I don't think many people actually thought it was possible. But to his credit, he got the deals done. While getting them back in Florida was a win in and of itself, it gets even more impressive when we look deeper into the contracts. Because thanks to Marchand and Ekblad taking hometown discounts as the salary cap going up, the combined cap hit of the trio actually takes up lower percentage in the cap next year than it did this year. And last but not least, we're heading to the Big Apple, as New York Rangers have one of the more underrated free agencies in the league. New York made 3 major moves, re-signing Will Cooley, signing Vladislav Gavrikov, and trading Keandre Miller. And if you break down each move, they all look like big wins. At just 23 years old, Cooley more than doubled his point production from 2024, and getting him at less than $4 million per year feels like a steal. And in terms of signing Gavrikov and trading Miller, the numbers suggest the Rangers got the better player. Considering they got picks and a prospect back in the Miller trade, it feels like a home run. Those are our winners from free agency. Tomorrow, we're gonna tune into the losers, because you know we got it. Joined now by a very special guest, our F1 guy, Tim Hauraney. Great to see you, Tim.
Hey, Marissa, how's it going? Yes, it is a wonderful day here in the UK.
So, Tim, it's the British Grand Prix this weekend. But stealing the headlines is the future of Max Verstappen. Is it possible he could be joining Mercedes next season?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a possibility. However, there are a number of different hurdles that I think need to be cleared before anything like that actually happens. I mean, first of all, nobody knows exactly what is in Max Verstappen's contract when it comes to getting an out clause with Red Bull Racing. Verstappen's camp has been having conversations with Mercedes and Toto Wolff just to try and find out if there is a possibility that Max could move over there. And a lot of this just really has to do with how bad the Red Bull Racing machine has been this season. What does its future look like? Because with 2026 coming online soon, those cars are going to be completely different to what we have now, including power units as well. Mercedes rumored to have potentially one of the better power units on the grid, and we're still not too sure where all these teams are going to shake out when it comes to the competition for 2026 in terms of on track. So a number of moving parts up in the air, but yes, there is a possibility that Max Verstappen could one day go to Mercedes and race for the team.
Amazing work as always, Tim. We're going to catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks very much for having me, Marissa. Really appreciate it, and thanks to producer Mike as well.
Time now for my favorite segment and yours, We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
Over the years, we've seen our fair share of coaches do what they can to try and inspire their teams. And if there's one coach you wouldn't want to disappoint, it's this next one.
He will say like, the man come here, we have to get his open finger.
The first comment is Knicks have requested to interview him. That's so good. I mean, I'll listen to the kid. Time now for the CFL Preview, powered by FanDuel. Week 5 begins tonight with the Blue Bombers taking on the Stampeders. And in recent years, it's been a pretty one-sided matchup. Excluding preseason, the Bombers come in winners in 11 of their last 14 matchups with the Stamps. Winnipeg enter Thursday as one of 2 teams who remain unbeaten, which is why our friends at FanDuel have them at 3.5-point favorites. Thursday is being dubbed the Stampede Bowl, with the winner getting a trophy in homage of the Calgary Stampede. And the Stamps come into this one a completely different team than the one who went 5-12 last season, finishing last in the West. And that's largely in part to Vernon Adams Jr. Through 3 games this season, the Stamps QB comes in with 803 passing yards, to go along with 108 rushing yards and a touchdown. VA has consistently played well against the Bombers. Over the last 2 campaigns, he's thrown for over combined 1,000 yards, including a 398-yard performance in Week 3 against Winnipeg last season. So you'll definitely want to consider the over on his passing yards tonight. And of course, TSN has full coverage of the game later. Pre-game coverage begins at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it! And we end with some tragic news from the soccer world. Liverpool and Portuguese forward Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva passed away last night in a car accident. Jota made 182 appearances for Liverpool, winning the Premier League title this past season. And just last month, he won the Nations League trophy with Portugal. His brother Andre played for Peñafiel in Portugal's lower divisions. Liverpool released a statement saying, Liverpool Football Club are devastated by the tragic passing of Diogo Jota. Liverpool FC will be making no further comment at this time and request the privacy of Diogo and Andre's family, friends, teammates, and club staff is respected as they try to come to terms with an unimaginable loss. We will continue to provide them with our full support. Jota was 28 and survived by his wife and 3 children. Silva was just 26. Our hearts go out to their family, friends, fans, and loved ones. That's it for me today. We will see you back here tomorrow.